MLB. I don't have many options. I don't have many choices to choose from. So it must be you. It has to be you because currently, right now, are in the NFL are just doing what the NFL do. And so MLB, that leaves you. And that's not supposed to rhyme. That rhyme was not on purpose. I'm not here for my day job. Definitely not here for the day job. MLB, more specifically, Chicago White Sox. I mean, I'm not a fan of the White Sox, and I know misery loves company. I said it many times. Misery loves company. Chicago White Sox. What can I say? I don't want to be miserable with you. I don't want to share your misery. In fact, I spent the last couple of seconds thinking about what I was gonna say to comfort you. I was thinking about what I was going to say to comfort you within the past, what now, 20 seconds. And I'm just gonna say this. I spent years, I spent months, wait a minute, I spent days upon days upon days, like the rest of you, trying to figure out how are you going to introduce AJ Hinch? How are you going to introduce him to the fan base after the scandal, after the asterisks, after the cheaters do what the cheaters do? I was trying to figure out, like the rest of you, like the rest of us, like the rest of people outside of the bubble. Outside of the bubble. I have to make sure I make that distinction because that distinction needs to be made clear. The people outside of that inter-bubble, that inter-thinking,
that think tank or think tank, I should say.
because we know how think tanks work. Once they get the moving, there's no stopping them. I spent days like the rest trying to figure out how you guys were going to introduce your fan base to AJ Hinch. However, that did not happen. That did not occur. That shook me on the terms of, am I in reality? Is this still real? Then that's when I just thought to myself, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. You know what year it is. You know what time it is as well. This is 2020. Anything is possible. All things are possible. It's a possibility upon possibilities. And then that's when I decided that I have to say something. See something, say something. See something, say something. And I see something that's going on with the Chicago White Sox that's making me feel a little bit bad for you. And I don't know why. Somebody, please, I got my hands up in the air, my imaginary hands that is, up in the air trying to say I need help. Why should I be upset, sad, and mad, even though the numbers upon numbers upon numbers tell me that a manager equates for nothing. A manager means nothing in the long grand scheme of things. And see, how can I be in ages when I like numbers? How can I be in ages when I like numbers? So that part of your argument, that part of the argument is gone. I don't want to see it. Don't bring it because it's been destroyed. And see, I'm not saying that I think that the guy is the wrong hire. I'm not saying that I think that the guy is the right hire as well. And that guy is, you know who, I don't have to say his name. He is a Hall of Famer. He is a Hall of Famer. Somebody put him in the Hall of Fame. And even though you know how I feel about the Hall of Fame and the Hall of Fame voters and the people that they're keeping out and the people that they got in, you know.
It is what it is. It's Manny being Manny.
Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, I'm still holding you down. Free them. Free them. Now, Chicago White Sox, it really doesn't matter if you wanted to hire a future Hall of Famer, current Hall of Famer, a soon-to-be Hall of Famer. That is not the case. What the problem is that a lot of people have is it seems like that this was an inside job. It seems like that this was a favor for a favor for a favor. It seems like this was business as usual. It seems like this was something that you do behind closed doors when you think people ain't watching, but they see because the building is clear and it's clearly in a glass house. So please don't throw no stones at me. No. MLB. Now see, I wasn't gonna spend all this time on you. I wasn't going to utilize my time on you. I wanted to spend my time elsewhere. I have other things that I have to focus on. I have other things I have to do. I have other things that I have to get done and accomplish. But this Chicago White Sox thing, this the boys will be boys, this, hey, you do as I say and not as I do kind of mentality, kind of thing, when you are trying to move forward, when you are trying to progress, when you are trying to show some form of leadership, some form of, hey, I know how this is gonna go going in the future, that this can't continue going down this direction, this path, because we would no longer exist. I thought that you were a little bit forward thinking. I mean, you do incorporate analytics. That's sort of forward thinking. I mean, it is numbers and math. Anyway, I spent way too much time on you. MLB, you should be paying me. That rhymes, and I meant for that to rhyme on purpose. Chicago White Sox, I'm sorry. I will do what I can to bring or let it be known that
It is what it is. It's Manny being Manny. And you got the wrong. Wait a minute. You got the right. Wait a minute.
I don't know. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Help.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.